Kris. So since this is the only time we'll talk to you before the game, just a little housekeeping. Wanted to know about the goalie for tomorrow and whether the rest of the lineup will remain the same.
As for the goalie, Igor will be our starting tomorrow. As for the lineup, we haven't decided yet. I've talked to Quinny obviously, and we're still sitting on a couple things. Everyone's healthy, but we just felt, we just don't want to commit to the lineup yet.
Yeah, I'm wondering, Kris, can you describe maybe in a little more detail the kind of communications you're having with David? Do you have scheduled meetings during the day? Do you talk more than once a day? How have you been communicating with him?
Every day's been a little bit different. Game days, usually we'll talk the day before, kind of give us an update on the lineup, who we're going to play. And then in the morning, probably go over more systems. We got a pre-scout that we show the players on the other team's systems, and we talk about certain points on, what's necessary to show the players, what do we need to talk about, stuff like that. But we don't have a set schedule. Every day is a little bit different, just because there's so much uncertainty. Lineup, like COVID, if somebody's missing, somebody's hurt, or just everything's pretty informal. But we usually touch base a couple times a day.
Hey, Kris, I was just wondering if anything, I know you were talking about the lineup that's still in flux a little bit. Has anything changed with Kravtsov's status for the game tomorrow? Is he definitely out, or does he have a chance to play?
I can't comment on that. I'm not sure what the plan is with Krabby when he's coming back. I don't think that he'll be coming in right away, but things could change.
Kris, we got a chance to talk with Keandre a little bit earlier, and I was just wondering what your impressions are of him. I mean, he's another young defenseman, a rookie in this league. I mean, what have you seen from him in the 5 games that you've had to work with him in terms of what he does well, what maybe is surprising to you, etc.?
Well, I think his biggest attribute is how much ice he covers. He's such a good defender, not only with his size and his reach, but he's an exceptional skater where he covers a lot of ice. So it's very difficult to play against. And then when you do get in a battle against him, more often than not, he's winning those battles just because he's so strong. And, I know the team has relied on him a lot throughout the season, has a lot of responsibilities on the penalty kill and the power play, playing top 4 minutes, even strength. That's a lot of heavy lifting for a young defenseman in the league. And he has accepted it. And not only has he accepted it, but he's excelled at it.
Hey, Kris, I know you're the acting coach under very unique circumstances. You've had time at the NHL level as an assistant coach. But in this short time here, what have you noticed the major differences from being a head coach from juniors and AHL to the NHL level?
Well, obviously the skill level in the game is a lot higher than it would be in junior or the American League. The speed also, but probably the biggest thing for a coach to get used to is managing, the schedule. You don't have very much practice time. In the American League, you're getting 3 and maybe more practices per week. This year more, just with the schedule that is there. Here in the NHL right now, you're getting a team practice maybe once a week, and it's probably for 25, 30 minutes. So there's not a whole lot of time to work on things. So you just have to communicate with your players through video, individual meetings. But that's definitely the biggest difference that I've found out in my short time here.
Kris, with all the offense last night, we didn't get much of a chance to talk about the goalie. So since you guys are going with Igor again tomorrow especially, how do you think he looked after the layoff, coming off the injury and then facing so many shots?
Yeah, I thought he looked tremendous. I thought he made some really big saves. I know the one in the first period. I'm not sure what the score was at the time, but it was definitely tight. The save that he made on Giroux, and if he lets that in, it's most likely a much different game. Um, yeah, I thought he played really well. I thought we gave up some really good scoring chances, and at the end of the day, scoring chances were very equal. So I think that says a lot of how well Igor played.
Again, back to you, which I'm sure you enjoy talking about. Um, is your personality on the bench the same as it would be in Hartford, or are you a little bit more differential because this is a temporary role for you? And actually, in the second question, if you don't mind, has David addressed the team via Zoom? Is he in direct contact with the team at all, or does it all go through you?
Yeah, no, he has not talked to the team collectively. I know he's talked to many individuals throughout this time. Um, as for my coaching style, yeah, I think it's very similar. Certainly, there's some aspects that are different. I know when you are with the team a little more, you get a little more invested, and your demeanor changes a little bit. But yeah, no, I just feel that wherever I've coached, I've tried to be the same coach as who I am. Whether that's as an assistant, head coach, junior, pro, wherever it is, I try and stay the same.
Chris, I just wanted to ask you what your impressions have been of Alexis Lafreniere. Now you've coached him for a handful of games. He's not, on the score sheet all the time, but what have your impressions been of the number one pick?
Um, Young guy who's got obviously a lot of skill, can make some plays. I think there's a tremendous amount of pressure on himself, and just not allowing himself to be the player he is. And going from junior hockey and having so much success, and then coming to pro, not only is there an adjustment to the game, the style, but also, as I mentioned before, the amount of pressure he puts on himself. He wants to be a dominant player in the future, and he wants to be a good player right now. And it just doesn't happen overnight, and it takes a lot of work. But you see so much promise in him. He'll get there.
Coach, given the last two games against Philadelphia and the frustration they were showing at the end of the third period last night, what are you expecting at the start of tomorrow's game, and how are you going to address the players? I'm sure there's going to be a little physicality to start from the Flyers' end.
Yeah, there probably is, but there's also referees on the ice, and we're able to capitalize on after the whistle penalty early in the second period, and yeah, we just have to make sure that we're moving the puck quick and we're not allowing ourselves to be checked. And certainly, it's going to be a physical game, and certainly I hope that we can match that physicality also. And our playing styles between the two teams are a little bit different, but I don't know. Each game brings its own. It's different each game. So the game's very important for both teams. Both teams' aspirations to make the playoffs and have to climb the standings. So ultimately, just winning the game is the most important.